So one trick and proud.
One trick, yeah. You know what? If it works, don't fix it. That's how I kind of say. But we'll see where this route does end up kind of going right now. It could be still in the jungle role. They did wait to the last pick here as LNG look to try and finish up their options. And I like this coming out for them. They do recognize they've got a hell of a lot of AP to kind of work with. Now, of course, you can't go full AD with the Kai'Sa.
It's usually been looked at in these first few minutes, but as you said, it really hasn't been the largest amount of action so far. Tian might find Scout here, though.
Scout does pop the Pop Blossom, does actually catch Rookie, who went a little bit too close. And that's first blood going over to Tarzan. They're going to try and maybe turn it back onto Tian. He's very tanky. They should be able to get the CC down onto Tarzan. To oncoming aggressors, as we now see potentially an engage here onto Hong, but he does have the crash down, so hook back. We might see a little bit of a kill here. One more auto attack will be good, and Jackie Love punishes Hong, who just wanted to try and stop the back. And it was just a little too...
Now, though, we're going to go see a trade of these neutral objectives, potentially. Mark has flash, and he's probably going to have to use it.
Yeah, and he's going to die after the fact. The Ignite goes down. The Chain of Corruption is good. Tarzan actually flashes just to make sure. And out of 4 members of LNG, it's Hung who picks up that kill. They're gone, they're trading, and that's fine. Now that they're kind of on separated timers by about a minute, we could see a potential fight from both these sides to try and secure both. There is indeed. The Nico's coming down as well. Flash in with Magna Storm. You cannot cleanse that one, Jackie Love. He will have his flash in a couple of seconds. You know he wants it so badly. They're going to try and finish him off, and they will. Gala picks up that kill. Now they're turning on the TN, who has to flash away. Nice little fancy feet, but it will not be enough. A double kill for Gala, and this Gala Kai'Sa is starting to ramp up.
Oh, it's the kind of the dam bursting at this point. Zeka gets involved in the game. The double roots!
The double root there from Scout. He claims his prize. Gala gets himself a delayed triple. Doesn't even die. Oh, it's so clean.
Cleanse no flash, and honestly, the cleanse is not enough versus this kind of engage. Wayward on his own on the flank right now.
Looking for it. Bot lane turret does go down. Both mid laners have TP, but it is going to be first to be TP is Rookie. There's one great ward to come in now. They're going to try and burst out Hong, but he crashes down to get himself the shield.
Oh,
Scout finds 3, and they get snipped and shredded. They will be able to trade back Hong, but I mean the support for everybody else. Wayward's already lost his mega heat. Hong did his job, you know. There's no one kind of questioning that in that regard. So I feel like they need to have better priorities in terms of which targets they're going. Lane Jackie Love, remember, has cleanse but no flash. So needs to be a little bit careful with how far forward he's looking. Does pop the Youmu's, just knows.
He's not been safe when he's been pushing up to any turret. He doesn't have a mid lane or a bot lane or a top lane.
Try to move in and try and make sure they can see what's happening. They need to be very careful though, because Gala.
Oh, Scout's got a great angle. Scout has a great angle.
Amazing angle! Flashes in, gets himself the kill. That is just too easy now. And you can see Rookie, he's running, but he's been turned away. And that is just straight off the bat. LNG knowing they have the angles, they have themselves the pincer.
And how good is Scout at this Nico, though? He's on 17 Magi stacks, hard-earned. Found Tian out as well. He's going to have some extra reinforcements coming in to stop him from getting anywhere close towards that Baron. It's going to be an objective. It's going to be a huge team fight win. And as much as Wayward is getting advantages in the side lane, it is absolutely catastrophic for top esports.
Yeah, and look, you know what stops the split pushing Gnar?
Yeah.
That is an event against this kind of, you know, siege, but you're a poke comp trying to deal with this, and now the Cyclone comes over. They will get the Pop Blossom out as well. Rookie is dead. Nautilus will not be too far behind him. The Sejuani wants to join him as well. Shotgun into the back of the line. That's going to be the double-double coming in here for LNG. You've got Wayward off in Narnia trying to make something happen. He turns around. He's 0-0-0, and his base is gone.
How many times are we going to teach you this lesson, old man? Don't give Gala Kai'Sa. What is it with LPL teams and trying to tempt it?
They've got themselves effectively 3 Zhonyas for this next fight with double stopwatch. This is just such a masterclass as we come in now. They're looking for Jackie Love again. They've got the bonk. You will be going back to the fountain as the monkey picks up the kill. They've got another little bit of a cyclone to kind of work with here. Tien taking a hell of a lot of damage, does have to pop out his ultimate, but another 3-man Pop Blossom on the edge of everything, but maybe they've gone a little bit too far. What am I saying? Of course they haven't. They have everything here for LNG. This is game 1. This is everything they could have wanted, and this is the snowball that we wanted to see.
That is the first death of anyone on LNG which isn't Hung. Tarzan falls for 1 death in game 1. This is a red side domination from LNG against what is assumed to be even the stronger side. Top esports, they've been blown out.
What a way to start off this series. And a great setup here for LNG moving forward. Top Esports have a hell of a lot.
Stop the Rel just throwing their body into the mix as well. You do have a strong laning phase. Nautilus can basically never hook into the Braum because then you get the concussive blows, really threatening a kill after that point. Because it's a strong laning phase, strong topside laning phase as well from the Renekton Sejuani, even into the K'Sante. K'Sante is playing defensively in that matchup. I think this is a much more stable set of lanes as that, but because they didn't reach the turret on the first play, they know the Rel spot. Zika's in a bad spot now.
Yeah, Zika's dead. There's nothing he can really do about it here. The power of the Renekton, the Sejuani, he will flash over the wall, but it will immediately be double flash back over. Tried his very best. Look, 2 for 1 flash. He got the most out of it, regardless of the death.
I just saw that Q-Rel animation, right? And occasionally I have these moments of inspiration. I want a golfing Rel skin, where he just goes like 4 and hits him with a golf, because you're so strong around this level of the game. LNG taking up control in the spot side jungle though.
Yeah, they're going to look for a full fight here. The Pop Blossom lands down on the tree, but they're not able to get any of the kills confirmed. Gala has to walk away from this one without anything. Tarzan now caught in a medley of different people. Oh, it's all Top Esports all the time. 4-0 on the scoreboard, and they are starting to come out really strong here. Wayward is actually in a lot of trouble. He gets knocked back right on top of the turret. His dominance is golden to make sure that Zika gets the kill. Zika dragging his team back. No questions asked. And that is just a simple kind of priority and pressure setting up for themselves. They're 3,000 gold ahead. They now have 2 dragons in the Baron pit. Tarzan looking for a big flank. Rookie doesn't actually spot him just yet. Tarzan nowhere near this one, and now they're going to look for the fight. Mark gets hooked up, immediately pops up the Unbreakable. The Pop Blossom looking to try and catch on the Jackie Love. He throws a Chain of Corruption, but Wayward's already into the pit. He flashes in on the Gala, who's trying to just run away. You cannot take this fight, LNG. Top Esports, too well prepared, too well set up, and they get everything out of it.
Taken by Top Esports, they won't even need to use it to take down the mid lane out of turret. This is such a different change of events from
situation. Tarzan is sitting here kind of in a pincer right now. He's going to jump straight here onto Rook. You're starting to Jackie Love. 3-man, 4-man, Pop Blossom. And they're looking for everybody else. Mark pops up the door. Scout goes gold. And they're going to get the 3-man knock-up as well. It's a little bit of a bounce house as Gala goes onto the backside. He wants to take out Wayward, and he will. Rookie looking to try and finish off some of these health bars. But TN has abandoned him, and he looks to take out Scout. He will get him. But there's no other way out. And this is LNG out of nowhere, just turning a fight on a dime.
We've been talking about, you know, for the last couple of minutes, solid. Top Esports, they had such a handle on this game. Suddenly gold into the pockets of the carries of LNG. A dragon taken away, which delays a potential soul coming in from Top Esports. That's a big misstep, which might stop Top Esports from running away with the advantages that they'd garnered so far. So they still have themselves a Herald to lead with. They have a 5,000 gold advantage, which will be grown a little bit with that turret being taken possible.
The TP for the Nico. It's so deep.
That's a great deep TP.
It's so deep. It's so deep. They know he's coming, though. Can they actually get on top of him? That's the thing. It's a 4v4. They're going to look to try and catch out on the Rookie. There's a TP coming in from Wayward, but it's going to be answered by K'Sante. Tarzan goes down before he can really do anything. Scout left on his own, and he's sacrificed as well. They got caught by the minion wave, and everyone goes down. It was an opportunity that just wasn't there, and LNG are punished.
No stopwatch this time, and Rookie has so much burst that Scout can't just sit there and 1v1 them. Top Esports, that could have been another stumbling block. Gold lead built up to even more by Top Esports. Baron has spawned, and it does feel like LNG, they're grasping at straws in terms of their big engages right now.
Scout's looking for something, but he can't get over the wall. He doesn't have flash. Now you're going to see Hung going golden in his stopwatch there. The Chain of Corruption is just chaining it up. They're going to try and get everybody out of this one here. Tarzan with a good ultimate. Pop Blossom is decent as well, but he dies just before he can finish it off. Gala just about trying to see if he can survive this one here. Will flash away, but taken down for his first death in the series by TN. And Top Esports.
Top Esports across the map, but they're not giving themselves these engage opportunities over to LNG that easily.
I mean, Zika with that Jack Show being something in. They're actually going to dive in. Jackie Love is dead. And there's a TP coming in off of Wayward, but I mean, Zika's answered it already. Jackie Love
has Zhonya's. He can really dig the nails in here.
Wayward's looking for a flank. They're looking to pincer. They're trying to get on top of him. They will find out Mark, and they'll burst him down before he can do anything. 2 kills for none, but can they get the Baron? It's being delayed and delayed even more. 12 seconds till Jackie Love comes back. You still have the poke from Rookie. You still have TN. A hook goes in, but nobody gets the caught. Now they're going to try and make this one work. They do not land it on the Gala. TN trying to see if he can survive. Flashes over the wall to make sure he doesn't die. Now Wayward's been caught out. He uses the stopwatch. Dragged back in with the all-out. TN trying to make it work. A flash from Gala. He has been the target by Top Esports, but he shall not go down. Zika gets the knockback on the Rookie, who has to flash over the wall. LNG are just too low, though. They can't go for the...
They can really threaten that backline nonetheless. Because of this, somehow, Top Esports, This is getting a little bit awkward now. They have to play slow because they can't allow their carries to get picked off, particularly without rookies. Like huge snowball performances out of 1 or 2 exemplary players on exemplary picks. Tian, see a scout on the flank there, but as you can see, when things start to stall, a switch between the top and the bot side of the map can lead to an advantage.
Oh, Wayward! He's caught and he's killed. They're going to lose his GA and his Hysterics. That's going to be the Dragon for sure going over to top esports. But do you care? If you kill Wayward and you get the Baron, this could be LNG's game.
Okay, but what is the option here from LNG? You're giving up down. It's going to be half HP by the time they arrive.
Tarzan makes it, but they're able to throw out the Glacial Prison to try and delay him! Oh! Tarzan steals it! And they're able to go all out! Welcome to the bounce house, TN! He's going to try and flash away, goes into stasis as well, they're losing everything! Top Esports, they had it all in the palm of their hand, and in the jaws of victory, they find defeat!
Oh, Top Esports, they've had some macro worries in summer, and it's coming to bite them in one of their most important series. This is do or die for their playoffs hopes. Yeah, they'll be in the regional qualifiers nonetheless of TP.
You have to. You're desperate. You got to go for it, but it's going to be too late. The Baron secured, taken by LNG. You pop dominance, but now you're going to make it work. The Pop Blossom onto the backside, and you just can't move with these carries. Scout on Nico has been a different beast. You're trying your hardest, but you just can't make it happen. You'll kill the Rel as a consolation prize, but all of a sudden, Gala's online. Gala is fearless, and Gala is here to play.
It's going to work out. It looked like Top Esports. They clapped back with another blue side draft. Their prep had worked out. They made changes, but it hasn't been enough. The execution is too slow. It's too imprecise. LNG pull apart the threads of this tapestry in Game 2. They figure out a way to fight back from a huge deficit, and this is a huge comeback from them.
Massive shift of momentum coming in here now for LNG, and we talk about it so much, but Game 1, they dominated, they won. Game 2, for the first 25 minutes, they were dominated, and they still fought back. They still found
range from Milio and the disengage and heal shields available to just try and stand your ground and deal with the big engage. When you've got Cassante, Rakan, Ral, they are going to be diving into you. It's hard to dive into the beefy frontline plus the Enchanter. You might be able to outrange with something like a Jinx. I think LNG, they are going to struggle to find the same explosive.
Wants to try and get that knockback, but you can see how that, slice and dice start kind of affects you. It just doesn't give you that same level of priority as you mentioned. And now Hung kind of realizing he's caught between a rock and a hard place. He's going to try and maybe flash over, gets followed over immediately by Tien. This is smart from Hung. You're probably thinking he's dead anyway. Why would he do it? It means they don't give it over to the Sivir. First blood to the Sejuani, definitely the lesser of two evils.
Also means that now suddenly you have a bit of a look in towards this dragon. Jaculot's not going to be here. Tian, is he going to go for a steal without flash? I don't think he's bold enough to do so. Indeed he won't. LNG walk away with the first neutral. So much ability to play around. Rookie's using the TP to, support his team, but also just reset in general. You can do that as a mid laner sometimes. Teleport into River and then just walk back to the lane you're in. It's a little bit different
from LNG.
Yeah, because of that Herald reset, it stops Top Esports getting this in good time. Scout has TP anyway. He can probably recall and threaten that you absolutely know there is a chance of the one explosive team fight that could absolutely blow up in the game. It's very even gold. First fight is likely to hold a lot of weight in regards to that.
So this is a huge moment here for either side, more even specifically for Top Esports, because having those extra resistances and shields building up for your tanky team to deal with this full AD comp can be, just so huge.
Yeah, it really does feel there's a big engage coming through on the screen.
Yeah, we did see a bit of a fight there as the dominance was already popped. TPs were used as well. They actually look like they're going to be able to burn down Scout and get him down. He doesn't actually get any other damage off this. Pressure coming in from Top Esports. They almost lose their jungler, but they should be able to get this mid laner after it, or the mid lane.
So, yeah, it's not a blowout fight, but again, this mid lane turret going down is really, really important. We already talked about how difficult it was going to be for Top Esports to take that one kind of organically, but finally forcing a fight, forcing some hate starved out for them, they can kind of stall out in that same regard. So this is a big victory for Top Esports, making sure that they have some extra ability to play the map later.
I see another gate, though. Doesn't look like LNG are really done with this one here. They're going to try and go for it earlier in the game.
So Tien's ended up dying, which is going to be a huge problem for them.
But now Rookie is very much caught out here. They didn't see that ward go down. He's just kind of being caught out. Will get stunned in. They're trying to get the Shurima Shuffle out, but he gets charmed and deleted from the map. Now Wayward is here. Gala has to Gale Force just to make sure he doesn't go down. Loses his... To be honest, they will be able to pick this one up for themselves. No problem. No questions. But Where else in the map can they make this work? They're putting a lot of emphasis around this Baron, and we saw him. Yeah, give it up. It looked like himself and TN were moving to defend that top lane. It's just like, just let it go. It's not that. Actually, they know it's going down. Rookie now realizes he has to get himself out of dodge. That's just going to be Dragon gifted over. Thank you so much for the leash, Top Esports. Now you're on Mountain Soul point here for LNG. This is a repeat of game number 2.
Finding extra wins where they maybe shouldn't be. And given that they won with a 9,000 gold deficit before this, being even seems like a win for them.
Wayward. Whoa, Wayward taking a lot of damage, but they turn back on the Scout, who goes golden with just enough time to see himself die a couple of seconds later. Now we're going to see Rookie try to go in. Nice buffer of the CC. Rookie's got to go gold with the Magnet Storm to try and make sure Gala does not get caught out. They've kind of swapped positions. It's a little bit of a switcheroo as Tarzan will go down. This Sivir is just pumping out DPS. A flash in with the stun to try and make sure Wayward can get on top of Gala, who drives a Gale Force away, but there's just too many resources, and finally Top Esports back themselves. They think about maybe going for the mid lane.
They fall apart around the Baron, and what was an even gold situation in this game is going to blow out to a huge advantage for Top Esports. A clean ace.
Out damage here on this pick right now. Has got himself a fully fished up Lord Dominic's Regard. Will pop down the Streamer's Legacy. Scout pushing this top side, so they've traded 1-for-1 so far in terms of the turret trade, but I mean, this is going to be a pretty easy take of the tower. As you can see, the Sivir just constantly putting in poke here with these boomerang blades. Hung threatening, but I mean, if they keep trading this isn't bad, unless you trade your Nexus. That's bad. So right now it's going to be an inhibitor. They're still pushing forward here. Lord Dominic's Regard has been finished up.
Turrets, okay.
They're looking for the Nexus turrets, but this is still risky. You got a minute and a half as Hung hit by the ricochet and he goes down. Wayward trying to fight Scout, as now it's a 3v4 in the base. Scout needs to kill Wayward and get back to his base, otherwise they're going to lose.
Scout dies!
Wait, Scout did die! How did Scout die? I'm not even quite sure. I'm not quite sure why we're looking at that now. A TP can come in. Tarzan will be going down. And this looks like it's finally Top Esports coming to life in this series. They will be not swept under the rug. LNG will finally taste defeat for the first time in this series. And Top Esports, they will be breathing a heavy sigh of relief.
What a bizarre ending to Game 3 of this series. LNG, they held things even, and then Scout oversteps around Baron, and then things just completely fall apart. So what this means now is that if you jump into the enemy team as the Rel, or the Gnar in this case as well, or the Nocturne, Trundle comes down. Alistair starts punting away people that can return fire. You want to isolate the first diving target from Top Esports and gun them down with the Ziggs and that Jace. Top Esports, they have themselves, I mean, both of these teams now have a lot more.
LNG looking to try and punish Tarzan, and a good place pillar means this hop could mean nothing. They're going to flash in, get the chomp down. The stun is good. A flash away. Is he able to get away from it? No, he cannot, because they have themselves the Pillar of Filth, and that is first blood to LNG. Good few seconds. They're going to wait for 1, 2. Here we go. They're going to try and burst them all down. Need a couple more auto attacks, but this is just child's play. Tarzan finally getting an advantage here for this one. Mark using that Glacial Augment to the best of his ability. Gala seeing if he can maybe keep his team there. Flash for flash. They jump in onto the Trundle, who's trying to make this one work for his team. They will get a trade back. So 1-for-1 at the end of it all. It's the Ziggs for the kill. Nocturne picks it up for the side of top.
Mid lane though. And it's going to be a battle now of Top Esports trying to respond as quickly as possible. Big burst on the turret. Wow!
Huge burst, because he's got the Gore Drinker and the Solo Bolo Zika. Putting damage. Zika will have Dominus. That's what they're looking for. Mega Gnar is no longer available. Hung has the Hex Flash, tries to go in, gets Charm stolen. Confirmed by LNG. They will trade back their jungler's life as a Paranoiac does get Nocturne out. It's a 2-for-1 trade, but the damage and the bomb! Holy moly, that was absurd! It is still going to be a favorable trade here for the side of Top Esports. The Chain of Corruption has come back, but Jackie Love is still going strong. Zika finds his mark, but my god, it was scrappy.
It's there's no flash on Scout, no stopwatch. That could have been a very realistic kill. As it stands, Scout's going trying to get some chunks in.
Yeah, well, Hung takes himself a little bit forward there. Wayward. Oh, he got so lucky. Never mind. He's not lucky. He gets himself bopped around and killed. That is just an easy
awkward macro moment for Top Esports, which is putting them into a bad spot.
Yeah, they're looking to try and jump here on top of the Ziggs. They will get him, but look at this damage. Zika is just fearless coming forward right now and just saying, look, you may get one, but we're going to get more. Mark has a flash.
Explode. So, mid lane turret goes down. Herald being put in towards that push. Jackie Love can teleport back into the map, but I don't think they can defend this. I think you're absolutely right. This tower's probably dead to rights.
Yeah, they're going to try and pick it up. There's going to be a double TP coming in. That's both the AD carries, but now you haven't got a place to go for Mark. He's just hobbling away, and Gala picks up that kill. Immediately, already, we're seeing more and more coming out from the side of LNG. That just gets them further and further ahead.
And LNG are just so much faster and more decisive to the plays that they
TP comes out as well from the Renekton, just to make sure that there are no shenanigans. And it's going to be confirmed there for the side of, excuse me, LNG.
I think things can change still. The gold is not completely out of whack. I think when Baron...
for the 4th place playoff. So this is a huge amount. It's literally the difference between having a second life for Worlds. But here we go. Maybe a catch here onto Rookie. They're going to pop down the Paranoia, turn off the lights. They're going to go in with Wayward. And that's a great Mega Gnar to try and turn this one back. Scout does go down first. Gala not really in a position to try and help out his team as we get Zika with the healing, and he just refuses to go down to get himself another bomb, and everyone's flashing away. Can they take down the raid boss? JackeyLove thinks so, and JackeyLove can! They flash forward onto Gala, who doesn't have the cooldowns right now to stop Wayward from jumping in on top of him. He needs to try and move away from this one, but a triple kill from JackeyLove keeps Top Esports alive.
Being taken down, it is very much all still to play for.
JackeyLove stepping up when his team needed him most. Tien as well, just making sure Rookie doesn't go down. Oh, there's one Baron buff. Oh, Scout looking for a little bit more. Does get slowed by the Everfrost.
Not in a position to hurt him, spaces things out, and manages to come away with a very important fight for his team.
Oh, Wayward, Wayward, we were just singing your praises. Wayward, come on, man. We want to give you praise. Don't be like... Top Esports, they should be able to get themselves this tier 1 in the mid lane. That's incredibly powerful and important considering you're against a Jason and Ziggs. That is a massive shot blast to try and turn them back right now because you do not have JackeyLove hitting it. He is also a lethality virus, so he's going to have the same kind of burst potential. See it now, 4,000 HP. Tarzan is kind of just sitting here, unperturbed. They're going to throw in the Chain of Corruption. He still gets it. That's the whole point now. They're trying to jump in and see if they can deal with everybody else. Mark jumping in with the Magnet Storm, but now he's isolated and alone. Gets taken out first. Zika moving forward. Wayward hops himself out, but with no flash and no real place to leave. You imagine he's going to be going down very, very shortly. Does go into Mini, but only just to try and give himself a little bit more time. Tarzan now moving in. Will have a Pillar of Ice available to him. TES started. Mid lane is being pushed in by the side of LNG. Here we go. Tarzan just walks in again. Wayward has gone in too early. There goes the Mega Inferno bomb to try and make it work. Hop out from Wayward as he just tried to keep himself alive. Zika faking very low as they try and jump in now. The Magnet Storm and the Paranoia using in such great synergy. They can't kill off the Alistair. Finally he goes down, but at what cost? Scout goes golden to keep himself alive for the moment, but Rookie can't do much more himself. Zika in a 1v2 has just been keeping everybody away. Finally will get taken down. No, not quite yet. And now you can see that Gala's finishing them all up. They do not have the resistances, and that's so over to the side of LNG. But they'll also be having to play 2 best of 5s. They want to go for it. Paranoia is up. Do they have vision? Does he have the range? They're looking for it. They know they can't let it go down. Here we go. They're going to let the lights go out. He needs to jump in. He will not be able to get it. Mark tried his best. He hex flashed over. 100 CS difference in that top side because Zika's just been able to do so much. And now the mid lane, JackeyLove loses his flash just because he stepped up too far forward.
A lot of damage onto Hung, who does have his ult, chooses not to blow it. Varus ult missed, trying to get back to his towers. The rest of Top Esports do manage to get their heals, but is it enough?
Is it enough indeed? Another turret down and dead. The Ziggs doing so much to keep them down. Wayward almost has to go back to base immediately after coming back out. No one's gone down just yet from Top Esports, but you're losing everything. I don't know how long you can hold.
It's getting so close, but the range advantage, again, chipping down every single auto on these towers is going to be so much damage. This is a hair's breadth off the player's exit.
You got to go for it. Chain of Corruption goes wide. There's going to be the Mega Inferno bomb right on top of JackeyLove's head, and they're going to commit everything onto the carries. I am Death, Destroyer of Worlds and Destroyer of Top Esports. They are out. LNG, move forward.
LNG achieved their highest ever LPL finish. At minimum, they will be 3rd. They still are in the running for places even beyond that. They sealed it out in the 3-1. They are by far the better team on the day. And I think particularly, it felt like